Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of MilkAdvocate.com. We are so excited to be back. We've got 2 new exciting milks, 1 chocolate and 1 regular for you this week. Quinn.
All right, let's bring out the milks.
Let's bring out the milks.
We got a chocolate. That's from Organic Valley, a pretty local company. I know. It's, where is this located? Do you know? Wisconsin. It's not local. It's in America.
At least it's American. We've got a fine American milk,
Really
Organic
good.
Valley.
American Organic Valley. We've got something a little more local for you.
Even more local than our last milk from Highland Farms, which you might think is the most local you could get.
But we're taking a trip just down 93 to the Hood Milk Factory.
Yeah, a little trivia. Hood Milk began in Charlestown, Massachusetts. They conduct extensive R&D at the Charlestown Milk Factory. If you look at the white plastic, I think that's to reduce the aging of some sort of vitamin. Is that correct, Quinn?
Yeah, I mean, it also just, reminds you that milk is white.
A little bit more Hood trivia. They used to sponsor
Let's hear
a
it.
highway safety program entitled Hood Samaritan. So next time you're walking down the milk aisle, remember to be a Hood Samaritan and let others pass you. Cool. So I think we started with the regular milk last time, so let's switch it up and start with the chocolate.
Yeah, get that Hood out of here.
We'll be back, Hood.
You don't have to put it down there. You can leave it in the light. It's got light black technology.
Very good, Quinn.
Would you care?
Yeah, thank you. It's important to suckle the cap. Sometimes you get a tiny bit of flavor. One thing to note, though, it's a 2% chocolate. It has a slightly lower sugar content than other chocolates. The Farmer's Cow we reviewed last week had a whopping 28 grams of sugar. It's only 23. It may not seem like a lot. It's going to be a little more of a savory chocolate milk.
God, I hope so.
God, I hope so.
It's about time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, there it is. Went into my nose. As it should. Well, I'm going to be taking this from here.
Less syrupy than the Farmer's Cow from last week.
Yeah. I smell seawater. You get that?
Yeah, I actually do. The ingredient right after cocoa, Dutch cocoa,
It's seawater.
is salt. That kind of balances out the sweetness, and that may be why it tastes like a less sweet milk. It's as if this milk is chocolate-covered pretzel milk, not just chocolate milk.
I get that. Here's a little trivia. Do you know what the next ingredient after salt is? It's Gellin gum. That's what it is. Yeah. You can see the Gellin gum coming out right there. At this point, if you're watching the video, we encourage you to stop, pause, and write a comment about Gellin gum.
What is Gellin gum? Let us know.
I'm not going to look it up.
Nausicaa writes in with our first question from a viewer, and I hope you can help me answer it, Quinn.
I will.
She says, great first episode. Thank you, Nausicaa. What do you think of how some omega-3 milk actually adds fish oil as an ingredient, and they don't list themselves as vegetarian?
As someone who's not a vegetarian, but who has heard of vegetarianism, I think it's fine. I mean, what they're doing is they're taking the fish. It's not fish milk.
I see.
It's fish oil.
I see.
And the cow just laps it up.
I mean, if I was a cow, I'd probably be wanting to eat sardines all day.
Right.
Please write in. We'd love to hear from you and answer your milk-related questions.
People were appalled that we weren't using a clean glass for each new milk.
I say that I want my next milk to taste like milk.
Trivia about our series is these are actually the same glasses from last week, left on the table and unwashed. So,
Yeah.
You really build up a nice patina of milk in the cup.
Yeah, it's sort of like a cast iron pot.
Before you crack that, Marshall, there's one thing that I do want to introduce, and the issue is that my palate right now is full of chocolate and seawater, sea foam, sea scum,
salt.
salt.
What was the gum?
Gellin gum.
Gellin gum. I can't
My
get
mouth is-
the Gellin gum out of my mouth.
We need to cleanse our palates. So today, for a palate cleanser, we have a really nice neutral organic Valley grass milk, unhomogenized. This is one of my favorite milks from a long time ago. I was really drawn to the chunks of cream floating on top of this milk. Just really big, thick chunks of cream that float on here. Really disappointed. None of those chunks of cream were there. It almost seemed homogenized. This is the end of the carton here. Maybe
We get some chunks.
we'll get some cream. I don't see a single chunk. It really scrapes away the Gellin gum.
It does taste great, and my palate is totally cleansed and ready for this Hood milk.
Yeah. You know, though, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Sometimes you can find a little bit of cream just in the carton there. You guys, hold on a second. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Really disappointing today.
Yeah. If anyone from Organic Valley out there is watching, we would like a carton of just chunks to make up for that.
Wow. Look at that color.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Mmm.
Ooh. Yeah, that's got a real harsh nose.
Yeah.
Very pungent. It does, actually.
Totally different.
Concrete.
There's a serious grit to this milk. I kind of like it. It's almost cardboard.
Yeah.
Cardboard?
Mm.
You getting cardboard?
Spot on.
I'm feeling a lot of mucus in my throat all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's strange. It's hard to tell if that's mucus produced from drinking this milk or if it's still Gellin gum caught in your throat.
That's true. I'm clogged with Gellin gum.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell.
Let's rate these milks. Let's start with our chocolate, the Organic Valley 2%. Quinn, how many udders would you squeeze?
You know, Marshall, it's interesting because I've tried this milk before and I stopped drinking it because it tasted too much like marshmallows. I think this may be the new standard chocolate milk for me. I'm going to rate it at 4 squeezes.
You know what, Quinn?
Yeah.
I'm going to meet you there at 4. This is my favorite chocolate milk.
Yeah.
All right, Hood milk. You know, this is... You can't get more local than Charlestown, Massachusetts.
Right.
So, you know, I think they were founded in 1873 or something like
I
that.
thought it was earlier. I thought it was like 46.
I think you're right, 1846.
I think it was even earlier. I think it was like 1812.
1812, wow.
Right.
Hood milk, I think Hood milk was the flag behind which our revolutionaries rallied.
Yeah. And I can understand why. It's a good milk. It's a good drinking milk. I wouldn't want to sit out on the porch on a hot summer's day with this milk. Who's to say?
For such a historic milk, with such a great taste, I'm actually going to give it 3 squeezes. Especially when you factor in the value you're getting. It's such a inexpensive milk compared to the competition. Yeah, 3 squeezes.
But I can't do it. You know, it was a little too gritty, a little too much sand in there for my taste. Tasted like concrete, like pavement, sort of a clean stone taste to it. Not unpleasant, but, you know, wasn't doing it for me. I'm only going to give it 2 squeezes.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in this week for MilkAdvocate.com. And just to recap, I think Organic Valley is now our new favorite milk. And I don't know, would you agree that Hood is probably the best bang for your buck?
So far, out of what we've reviewed, for sure. I'd be interested to have it run up against some other value milks.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in.
Thanks. And, you know, if you have any contenders out there that you think can beat Organic Valley chocolate milk, send us your suggestions. We'll drink them. Good night.
Let's get some pour shots.
Let's get some more shots. You know, I was thinking as we were recording this one, I have a milk-related story that I want to tell.